everyone. Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. We're here today with the legend, Majid Kakka. Want to say hello and thank you for coming by.
Hello,
we
boys.
Appreciate your time.
What's up?
Good to have you, buddy.
Good to
Very
have you.
good to have you. So to get started, kind of, just tell us a little bit about the early days of Majid Kakka and when the music bug bit you.
It was back in the early 80s, about 81, where music was very poor in the community.
Yes.
We had like a couple singers, tabla, keyboard.
Right.
We brought in a little more synthesizers, Rhodes pianos, real
Sure.
live drumming, and from then we took off.
How about from before that? Like when did you know you were musically
We
inclined?
started the Bells Band in Baghdad,
Right.
What age was that, like, that you began that?
1975, early 75.
Okay. Wow.
And so that was made up of you and a couple of your brothers?
Well, actually, they founded the Bells Band in 1973. I joined in 1975
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
because I was very, very, very young.
Yeah.
Sure.
So 75, I was like a young boy, which was capable of grabbing the guitar and sing.
And so you started playing the guitar at what
Oh, yeah.
age?
5, maybe.
Five?
and a half, 6.
That's
Yep.
unbelievable.
Self-taught? Or did you take
Self.
lessons?
Self.
Really?
Let me tell you, in that area was very poor in guitar teaching.
Yeah.
The only school we had is Ma'ad al-Funun Jamila. They used to teach oud,
And that was in Al-Qosh?
qanun. No, Baghdad.
Oh, Baghdad. Okay, Baghdad.
Oud, qanun, and other instruments, very, very ethnic instruments.
Gotcha.
Guitar and those things that were not found in any school in Baghdad then.
Did you have people that you were looking up to at 5 years old that you remember at that time? Someone that gave you, like, inspiration to get to playing the guitar, or did you just listen to music?
Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's a
I
good
listened
influence.
to the Deep Purple for a long time. Uriah Heep. Of course, the Rolling Stones, Beatles.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the era for them. 70s,
And then
80s.
so you came to the States in what year? Or you said
81.
you started in Baghdad with the Bells Band.
Baghdad, yeah.
And then how long were you the Bells Band in Baghdad? And then when did you guys come to these States?
Till like middle of 77, the band kind of separated because of the army.
Oh, wow.
Zuhair and Jamal got to go.
Fight for the country.
No.
Or serve?
It's just a service.
Okay, service at
When
the
you're
time.
18,
Yeah.
it's a must.
Yep.
Back there in Iraq. And that made it very difficult for me to find other musicians and yada yada. So I kept my low profile and till Ilham al-Madfa'i in about a month called me and I joined his band.
What was that band?
Ilham al-Madfa'i was a well-known singer back then.
Okay.
And I played the keyboard, started singing half of the show.
Sure.
And till like January 79. I left Iraq to Italy.
I was gonna say how
Yeah.
at that time, like, like when bands start here, we go to local bars to generate, crowds to come see you. What were you doing over there at that age? How were you guys getting gigs? Like, was it like haflas or what was it?
This was the most powerful era in Iraq in the 70s.
Okay.
As far as rock music, we had about 250 bands,
Wow.
rock bands.
Coming from
Baghdad,
Iraq.
Baghdad only.
Wow.
And so how's the music changed since from then to now? Like, what did you play back then? You called it rock.
I
so
played rock, yeah.
in English? Or?
Yes.
Oh, really?
10% we played Surat and Arabic.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's wild. I would love to hear how you convert the English music into that language. It's,
Well, I appreciated a lot that I played this kind of music, the rock, because that add up to my culture.
Yeah.
sure.
And when I came here to America, I saw it vice versa. I saw the people were really, really thirsty for our music.
Sure. Still are.
Yeah.
And I regrouped the Bells Band, the originals.
Wow.
Who were the originals?
Zuhair, my brother, my oldest brother, Jamal.
Yep.
Zuhair used to play the bass guitar, Jamal the drums. By the way, I switched to keyboard 1977
Okay.
in Baghdad. So
Interesting question. How many actual instruments do you play?
The main instruments are keyboards and etc., which is piano,
Yeah.
keyboards, synthesizers, then guitars.
Okay.
Whether rock guitar, whether classic, yeah.
That's awesome.
Drums, of course.
And self-taught on both?
Uh-huh.
So you self-taught on both?
I did that, but I finished classic in Glozbina-Shola. There's one of the most important schools in classic guitar.
Okay.
It was in the former Yugoslavia, in an area called Maribor. Now today's it's Slovenia.
Oh, no kidding.
And I have to study there for 4 months.
Yep.
Then I did several exams till I succeeded.
So where were you living when you attended this school in Slavonia?
I lived with several friends.
No, but where were you living prior to travel to there?
Oh, Italy.
Oh, you were in Italy. Nice. And how
great.
long did you spend in Italy?
About a year.
Okay. And did,
So io ho imparato molto bene l'italiano.
there
Allora.
you go. Now, did they allow you to work while you were there? And
No,
no work, right?
I left with a student visa.
Okay.
Left Iraq with a student visa. It was pretty weird. I was young.
Mm-hmm.
And some people love to work on my passport and make me a year older.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't
a
know
good
how they
thing.
did it, but it worked out.
But you needed it, right, in order to
I
leave in
needed
time?
it. I needed it, or otherwise I would have been evicted out of Italy in 1 week.
Oh, geez.
It's crazy. We think they're tough now.
Yeah.
Things are way tougher
Now versus then, but I'm just saying.
all over Earth. Look
Yeah.
at our border, the southern border in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah. No, agreed. But you were traveling, so you went outside the box. That's pretty big and brave, because not many were doing that unless they
Very
were just
brave.
coming right to America and
Yep.
staying
Yeah.
posted
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And so you put the band back together,
Yeah.
and then you brought them here to the U.S., or were you playing back home?
That's by demand, really. A lot of people, like, they saw us here, they go, wow, we're here in America. Why don't you reform the Boss Band? And we did it in just no time. In
Yeah.
a couple, 3 months,
Blew
we
up.
went and bought, like, drumming, synthesizers, and yada, yada. And we reformed it. But we were more enhanced with our traditional music
Yeah.
since till today.
From the straying from the rock and roll and all that, the,
Yeah,
the good
yeah.
stuff that you.
But I still played rock in some of the weddings.
Do you?
Yeah, I played
Does it-
some Michael Jackson.
Oh, nice.
I've even heard a funny little story. My friend, who's Armenian, got married to a Chaldean. You grabbed the mic and started singing in Armenian a song,
Yeah.
and they couldn't believe it. You were versed in that too.
Yeah, in that case, it's all about reading. You know, once you're good in music, just put any lyrics in front of you and start singing, reading the lyrics. And,
Right, right.
Yep.
Try to make up.
No, they said you did it though. You were on point. So
That's great.
Sounds good. You're in Universal. When you guys came here and started Bell's Band, you regrouped back with your brothers and everything.
Yeah.
How long did that last for? Like that, you guys were.
Zuhair, in 2 years, he said, I'm done.
It was tough.
Yeah.
A lot of gigs at that time. I remember going up to you.
Yeah, it was overwhelming. And Jamal kept playing till like 1989.
Okay.
Then we brought some other drummers instead. Salam stayed with me till like 2000, 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. So you had a good long
Yeah,
history with
That's a
something.
nice long run.
Yep. Yep. It's good. I remember growing up to you guys. It was awesome.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, yes. When as soon as you heard Bells was going to be there, you know the place was going to
yeah.
be rocking.
Of course, Junior, you're not
Yeah.
even, what, 30?
Yeah, I just turned it last week.
And so so the Bells Band, when you go on these trips around the world to play, I catch you on social media all over the world, and it's a breath of fresh air to see you out there, and it's really
Still
I'm
doing
proud
it.
to be Chaldean like you are, and
Thank you.
so when you go out on these trips, are you taking the entire band, or are you?
The trips I do, there's sometimes we talk about deals, like
Okay.
future deals.
Right.
I did quite few weddings in North Iraq
Yeah.
and another performance in Al Ghosh.
How recent?
That was 2009 and 11,
Okay,
respectively. Yep.
good.
And the reason I cannot tour too much, which there is a very wide demand,
Yeah.
because of the bookings.
Right. What is that? What do you mean?
In our community, they book like a year and a half in advance.
Oh, you're locked down pretty
I'm
much.
locked down pretty much. And you know, my friends, my musicians, they tell me, Majid, why don't we leave several Saturdays
Open.
for European tours or
Sure.
Australia, anywhere. But do you want to take that chance? I mean,
Well, it's not just about taking the chance. It's do you want to take the beating for leaving it open? Because somebody can't have if a girl can't have Majid Kakka at the wedding, she's not getting married that day.
Yeah.
They'll change the day.
There's two choices.
Yeah.
All of them master musicians,
Exactly.
right? He's our Paul McCartney he's the Paul McCartney of our
100%.
culture.
100%.
That's great. Question for you.
yeah.
You know, you mentioned some of the rock bands you grew up to and what have you, being back home and stuff. Who's some of the musicians or composers like in the last 10, 15 years that have kept you influenced or have you looked up to see? Is there anybody you still admire in the industry that you look and say they give you some influence in it? Whether it's Arabic music or if it's an English composer. So
I do listen to all kind of cultures, really.
Okay.
And nowadays, I'm more into techno.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
we need you with Steve Aoki, right?
Yeah, right.
Which
Yeah.
I released. One of my songs is Arab techno.
That's great.
It's an Arabic techno, which is written by Kalam Saad. I released it in January.
Wow.
Habibti ila mata. If you have a chance, you can play it to the audience once you.
Yeah, when we do the video and stuff
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah,
we can
we'll put it in the.
It's
in the
on
video.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Called Ila Mata.
Yeah.
Was written by the Arabic legend Kalam Saad,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is a very good friend of mine, and pretty much it gained a lot of attention.
Nice. And then who else have you played with or collaborated with that are household names that people would know?
Mainly every singer in the Middle East that toured Detroit, we
Drop a few names for the audience that actually gets it. I know Feiruz is one, right?
no Feiruz.
No.
Feiruz, we came across her. We were performing when we were kids.
Oh, no kidding.
1975.
Wow.
That was a hall called Qa'at al-Khuld.
Okay.
Qa'at al-Khuld is like the Fox Theater
Sure.
of
Okay.
Baghdad.
Yep.
So we were doing the actual first act. There was 2 more acts than Feiruz
Wow.
at that night.
So you opened up for Feiruz.
I did.
That's amazing.
Good thing.
I know she did. Robert Plant used her on one of his tracks in some collaboration that they did. They used her,
I heard that,
music
yeah,
in the
yeah.
background. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sting too used one of the
Yep.
Moroccan singers too.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
You got a lot of
Middle
also
Eastern
hip hop
influence.
and hip hop artists.
Oh,
that
hip-hop
use
is
that.
it's
huge with
everywhere.
our. Yeah, they love using a lot of our stuff in the.
It's everywhere.
And the influence in their music. If you listen to it, that's good. Now that you've gotten to this far in your career, you know you've migrated everything. Your culture is here now because obviously we can't go back home like we would want to. You know, to go visit if we really wanted to.
We could, but it's heartful,
dangerous.
man. It's
Yep.
it will be pain. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, as you've
Things
grown,
don't look good.
have you seen as you were growing older into this industry? Any younger Chaldeans in this generation, this time here, following and mimicking what you're doing to come up to be the next?
That's where we're caught. No.
It's tough.
I don't see
answer
it
is
either.
no.
I've never even.
They don't even want to learn the language, Sudeth or Arabic, let alone to sing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
The problem
it's
is,
tough.
I tell you what the problem is. The problem is their American generation.
Sure.
Yes, they do love to listen to our music. They come to our weddings, to our whatever
They go
concerts we
crazy
do.
on the dance floor.
And once I announce it's Baguia time, they all go crazy. They love that dance.
Sure.
And but any more than that,
Explain Baguia a little bit for people that don't.
Yeah, because I see them doing the dances, but where's the singers?
Baguia is one
So-
of the most difficult Chaldean dances.
Okay.
There is, I mean, it's 5,000-6,000 years old.
Okay. So we
It got
originated it?
reformed a little bit. It was originated in Mesopotamia.
Okay.
So what are some of the other dances that are common, and then where do they all rank?
Common,
as far
like
as you
we
think?
have Chobia, which is Khagga.
Yep.
We have Khagga Qura. We have Siskani. And that's about it. We have Gusheni. And the rest is all dancing in the middle and, you know.
Sure. I never knew that. I always knew just all it was you're doing chugga.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought
Yeah.
too.
So I never knew there was multiple names.
Chugga in terms, it means dance.
Sure.
Dance.
Okay.
So any dance could be chugga.
Right.
It's great to learn.
And then so the music pairs with the dance, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So how do we get the younger generation? Like, do none of them come up to you and Majid, can you train us? Majid, can we be a part of it? Majid, how do you ever get any of that?
They did. Till like mid 2000s, diminished. The reason is I don't know why. They might not think of it that they have a good future in it or something. I don't know why, but we have to influence some because once the good ones are not here.
Yeah.
What are you left with? Just a DJ?
Yes.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
what you said something earlier that you were playing the keyboards for the Bells band, and then you went to the mic. So how do you get someone to enter your band, or are any of your bandmates in that position where they can come to the fore?
I grabbed the mic early days.
Yeah.
Mic and guitar.
Yeah.
Then I did mic and keyboard.
Yeah.
And I was always the singer.
Right.
Yes, there are out there some good voices, but how you recruit them, how to work on them, and a lot of I found throughout the last couple 3 years, I found several girls. They have good voices, and
That's what I was going to say. The girls.
keep on.
Yeah.
I kept on talking to them and try to recruit them in this, this business.
This industry, yep.
industry. Well, they either give you excuse of my parents don't want to. Or,
Really. That's sad. I mean,
It is
because
sad.
it's
It is sad.
there are a lot of very nice voices out there as far as
there's
men and women.
There's a bigger point in that. There's no support
From
That's-
who?
in our community.
To bring the
The
new one?
Chaldeans.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so what kind of support do you think would be required for them to kind of
I
move
mean,
forward with it?
What is the most important thing in us, for us? I'm asking you the question.
Continued culture.
Culture, yeah.
Absolutely. And how can we keep up with that?
It's hard doing particular things. I mean, right now, this is the point of what we're doing. So I mean, I give you a little influence there, but the church tries to help out a lot. The problem is it's just
Church, with all respect to church, I would leave the church alone to do their ritual things.
Sure.
And they've been doing okay, but we don't want to pressure them.
Of course.
Right.
With more.
Agreed.
I mean, a priest is a priest.
Yeah.
He would stand behind that podium and
Sure.
teach us what Jesus Christ have taught him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And anything that, no.
Okay, so a
I would
priest.
open schools.
Okay, so a priest is a priest, right?
Yeah.
You're a musician.
Yeah.
We want to bring more musicians into the fold.
Yeah.
What could you do, and other musicians in your not in your
help 'em.
position, but in your field can do to kind of bring that along and to influence some
Schools.
sort of school? How do you influence a school?
Schools. I know we have very good teachers.
Okay.
Here in Detroit.
Yeah.
When you're saying schools, you're saying an influence from a
Musical school.
right,
Musical, of
right.
course.
That's what I'm saying. Musical school.
Our culture of music have to be taught.
Yeah.
Guess who calls me? A professor from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
What they call the I don't know the name of the
dean?
university,
Oh, okay.
but it's all musicology.
Okay.
She wants to study more about our ethnic music.
Yeah. So
Her
she's
name is
reaching
Anna
out.
Rasmussen.
Yeah.
She came and visited me. She came to the studio, and I kept on talking to her, and she had me in one of her books. And one of the guys who interviewed me back then, before the Gulf War, his name was Joseph Braun.
Was it Penn State School of Music?
Huh?
Was it Penn State School of
Penn
Music?
State, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Penn State reached out.
Well, you
to
found it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have good knowledge, and I really educated myself with our background of music.
Yeah.
And I found out a lot of history. I think the whole world of music benefited from Mesopotamia.
Oh, of course.
Sure.
The first 7 notes, which is C, D, E, there was no sharps. then were founded in Mesopotamia.
Great. It's a great learning history.
Oh, yeah.
So Penn State reaches out. Now, how far of an extent would Anthony's kids want to go to Penn State or so forth? My thought, would there ever be a Majid School of Music? You know what I mean? At some point where...
That's my hope. And from Penn State, she just have a very small, explanation of our music in her studies.
Yep.
But we need more than that.
Sure.
We need to form a school that will have graduates be able to play with symphonies,
Yeah.
with orchestras,
Yep.
which I'm sure you were there when we did that Sounds of Babylon.
Yep. At the Opera House.
Yep. And
That was unique. It was different. Just so everybody knows, Majid had a live band perform with him at the
live
Detroit,
orchestra.
Yep, live orchestra at Detroit Opera House, and it was a nice
We were
sold
a
out
total
event.
of 28 musicians. And I composed all that. I wrote all those notes, and came up very good, very
Amazing.
well. That's one perspective. The other perspective is the everyday music.
Sure.
We still need a school for that, and we teach kids.
It'd almost be good to start it from this ground here, since we're the most heavily populated in Michigan.
We are.
Of course. Yeah. No,
Figure a way to get it into the school. The schools here,
Curriculum here, yeah.
the curriculums here in these schools, and let it further from there out when they see people taking a liking to it, because it's almost you start with ground. This is ground zero.
It is. Yeah.
So if we can push that and get the schools to get on board, then the rest of the country or other people will come from other parts of the country to here to learn that music. But I think because
100%.
where that's our biggest influence as
Oh, yeah.
Chaldeans to push for
100%.
that.
Yeah, we have to talk to
Martin Manna, a few people.
our leaders within the community, and they can come pick your brain. Hopefully, you give them some time to pick your brain and give an opportunity to
Took us
kind of lay
15
something
years to
else.
do that symphony, buddy.
15 years.
We
Wow.
had 28 artists on deck for that.
We initiated it, me and Mike Sarafa.
Okay.
Then Martin Mena came on board, Chuck Joe came on board. And me and Mike, we talked about it 15 years prior.
Wow. That's amazing.
Quite some time, really. And because what influenced me was Mike was on the board of the orchestral hall,
Yep.
your brother-in-law.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Now Joey's on there. I believe Joey was for a little bit, but Mike was on there for
Who's Joey?
Joey Jonah.
Okay.
But that's a good thing. You've been a top singer here in Michigan since the 80s.
In the world.
Yeah, well, I know here we've praised you, we've loved you, all your music and what have you.
Thank you.
The question is, what future aspirations in the music industry are you going to have? Like, what do you see the future of Majid being? Besides, like, I'd love to see you be pushing one of these schools and be the professor at, like, even just teaching at some point. But at the end of the day, what are some of the aspirations, some of the things you're going to be shooting for Majid in his future?
Junior, don't forget, we came from a country called Iraq.
Sure.
We still learn the Arabic language in schools.
Yep.
And, half of my singing every day, in every wedding, it's Arabic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got to be known as an Iraqi singer after
Okay.
I released my first album, then Tar Saad. Tar Saad, my song became a number one hit for about maybe 11 months.
Okay.
And so that made me another artist. And who I am here in the community made me an Iraqi artist,
Right.
Okay.
not just Chaldean.
Yep.
Of course.
So I have to produce this music in Arabic in my own dialogue, which is the Iraqi dialogue,
Okay.
plus our own culture, the Chaldean culture. So we got to work on both on the same time.
Okay. That's understandable. I like that. It's hard. Sometimes I speak, and we've had conversations. I speak fluent Arabic.
Yeah.
But when you sing always got to refer to my brother Omar or Angelo and say, what are they saying right now? What is the meaning to what they're saying? And
Yeah, of course, the dialogue changes from time to time.
Yep.
Exactly like look at the rap music in
yeah,
America. Snoop Dogg.
yeah,
For Sheezy, my knees, I don't know.
Yeah.
What
yeah, yeah,
That's just hello.
yeah.
Right? That's how you doing.
Just hello.
Yep.
So you've written you've written a lot of music. You've written a lot of songs. Any chance you could pull out that guitar and strum a few for us?
Yeah,
and give us
sure.
It's a little treat.
Yes.
Guitar.
Yeah.
This is Let Saad that I did
The number one.
back then. I was.
Awesome.
عيد والفرحة تلنا يا الأحباب جمعنا نرسم البسمة بشاير والورد دايرنا داير عدنا طير السعد غنى عدنا طير السعد غنى. By the way, folks, it's 2 p.m.
And we got Majid out with us. This is our own little hafla right now, keeping up with the Chaldeans and the hafla with Majid.
I'm used to start singing about 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were some of the meanings to what the song, like what you just sang, or some of the words? See, like I can relate because of the language, but I don't know exactly what.
Very heartful. It's I'm talking about Eid.
Okay.
Eid والفرحة.
Which means holiday,
Yep.
if in case some.
Holiday could be interpreted to any holiday.
Sure.
عيد والفرحة تلمنا ويا الأحباب جمعنا. Holiday and happiness got us together.
Okay.
Nice.
We were with our loved ones. That's all about.
It's beautiful.
And in the end of the song, I talk about how hard it is to live
Sure.
without being back home, you know.
Yep. Well, that's music all in all, right? It's your
Yeah, yeah.
expression of your life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's expression of your life. And you've done well. So now that you're booked for a year and a half now, solid.
Don't tell me you're getting married soon.
No. You find somebody for me?
I got to put you on a Monday.
What do you
Yeah.
You know, just for the fun of it. We giggle. I'm his hype man.
Yeah.
Of course.
When
he's
it's
the
time,
he's my mic man.
Yup, his mic man. I come in, get the mic.
The
he
weddings.
chills for a second
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
wedding. Then I'll just,
I've seen you live in action.
yeah, I was getting a little wild, getting him
Yeah.
going. But listen, nobody hypes it up like he does.
Right.
Nobody can duplicate this guy.
No.
They tried. No, nowhere near Junior.
Same. What do you mean? With you, you have a lot of these young guys that will grab the mic and sing with you at times.
Nah,
But I'm,
not you, not you.
no. I mean, I'm just saying. But you have sometimes the guys at the end they want to sing some of the Arabic music
Oh,
with you.
yeah,
They
and
get
I'm
on-
new, like,
yeah,
and
stuff
I'm
like that.
new.
Yeah, yep. Guys will get on. Maybe we start plucking those guys if they sound good, and we just
Right.
get the talent right on the spot.
Yeah.
Sign them up. But
That's an
Chaldean
idea.
Idol.
That's an
Chaldean
idea.
Idol.
what advice can you give?
Or we can create a show at Shenandoah and get to them those talents. If they think they're
They
talented?
did.
Yeah.
They did the Chaldean Idol back in the
Yeah,
day.
back in
I
the days they used
remember
to
that.
Yeah, I was in the committee.
How was it?
I was
How did that go?
very well.
Yeah.
We
Lot
had
of talent.
Karen Newman from the
Yep.
Red Wings.
Yep.
We had another teacher from I don't know Michigan.
Well,
It's good.
were the
Yeah.
judges the panel?
Musical teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I was one of the judges. I was right in the middle of the two ladies.
Nice. Very nice.
But that Arab Idol was all English.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Chaldean Idol. We should have
It was
called
in
it.
English.
We should have called U.S. Idol.
Chaldean American.
Yeah, but
Chaldean
If
American.
you want to
Idol.
do something in Chaldean,
Yeah, it
it's
should
gotta
be in Surah. Yeah, yeah.
specifically Surah.
Yeah,
which is
I
our
think that's a
language.
good idea.
You have two awesome girls, right?
you.
They're definitely not following in your footsteps of singing, but they're smart. They're
Hadar has the voice.
she's got the voice, but her talent lies somewhere else.
Yeah.
She's strong with what she does.
Yeah.
Good for her. She works with Our Magazine. Our Media.
Yeah.
And does stuff with that. And you know what? They're great. They're great girls. But again,
you.
did you ever try to influence them and say, follow my
Even,
footsteps, or were they ever about it?
I wrote to the voice,
Okay.
and I made her sing, and I was on the stairs shooting.
Okay.
And I sent a video to the voice, and they accepted her.
Wow.
But she said, Dad, I'll kill you if you ever do that.
Oh my God.
Oh,
If
man.
those people knock on my door, I
Yeah.
kick them out.
Oh, my
I don't care if
God.
I'm on camera.
Oh
my
my
God.
goodness.
And she's not scared. We know, ladies and gentlemen, she will have done it. She would have done it.
So what are some of the exotic places that you've been around the world, and maybe some funny stories about wedding experiences that you've had that come to mind, if any?
Yeah, one of the destinations wedding we did in Mexico,
Nice.
Okay,
in Cancun.
sure.
If I show you the video, you won't believe there were 75 people. It looked like 700.
Wow.
That's
It
unbelievable.
was overwhelming. Everybody was happy, and we did an after-hour party on the pool.
Really?
Everybody jumped in the pool.
Wow.
It was kind of fun.
Bells Band after party.
Yeah.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Get to the pool.
Yeah, I like those experiences. We did few in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We tour San Diego a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toronto.
Nice.
You did a cruise also last summer. I remember my sister and the family were on a cruise or something. That you guys did a,
Show on the cruise.
or not on the cruise, or it was a cruise that took you to multiple destinations. You guys were doing, or
No,
something,
we
or
were
Arabic Fest?
during that time. That was the Arab Stars on board.
Okay,
No, we had a wedding. My
Okay.
niece's wedding.
gotcha.
Yeah,
You said Arab Stars on board?
yeah.
What is that? Was that an event? Or?
That's an event. It's held by NBC Media from Lebanon.
Okay.
They bring all these Arabic superstars,
No
put them
kidding.
on the ship
Real? How big a ship?
for 4,000 or 5,000.
Ooh. Like a Carnival cruise
Yeah.
size. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I
That's
remember
amazing.
Marianne and them went on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that because they took
Oh,
a
yeah,
picture
yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I remember
I
her
remember
and a
this
couple of
now.
the girls took
Yeah.
a picture, and I was like, "Wait, was he?"
No, actually, I was in this known pizzeria
Yep.
in South Beach. So we just put a photo like,
Yep.
hey, fellows.
Yep.
And Marianne, she said, you're there? We come.
Oh man, that's a good thing. Yep.
So Marianne and several others came,
Yep.
and we had fun.
Any advice that you can give to the next generation, possibly? Maybe that are they're borderline thinking. We want to be like Majid. We want to get in the music industry, but we're a little scared because it's a big shoe to fill.
Yeah.
Not an advice, but it's all in our hand right now.
Right.
But what kind of advice would I give them if they don't have nothing in hand?
Right.
We have to form these schools, and from there we go. You'll never see it. You will be maybe shocked with the number that we can recruit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think, and not trying to cause a difference between the east side and the west side, but a lot of the east siders still speak Arabic and Surat and all
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
Sudeth more than anything.
so why not? Well, isn't there some east siders on the, Hamid is one, right?
They are usually more inclined on listening to the music, sticking with that culture. So
Right.
definitely, I do give them that. Some
Because
of
they're
them,
newcomers. That's why.
newcomers.
yeah, they still. Yep. Every time the new comes in, goes right to that side of town. So, but yeah, I mean, you'd expect someone to come from that side, if anything.
Right.
If any, hopefully soon.
Sure.
It'd be good to see the younger generation, especially when you still got it in you to push them and give them that extra.
That's the only way. That's the only way we can have them all together and see what's talent is out there.
Yep. Now, do you have any events coming up? I know you do like New Year's parties and all that stuff, but do you have anything?
Well, there was two festivals that called me. I was booked. I couldn't attend this year.
Oh boy, which
The
festivals?
Warren Festival and Downtown Festival.
Okay.
I couldn't attend none of the days.
And were these Chaldeans that were backing these festivals or promoting these festivals? Majority. Okay.
And let me tell you one more thing. Whatever superstar cult that comes from the Middle East,
Yeah.
whether they're singing at the Fox Theater or the Bellagio or Shenandoah,
Sure.
majority of the audience are Chaldeans.
Yeah, and they will travel too to see it because it's a treat to have somebody that is enriched in our culture and singing our songs
Yeah.
from back in the back home. That
Yeah. Plus the population.
We're music loving people.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're very much attached to our music. I mean, I get sometimes text of a 2-year-old clapping on my song. Like
That's
her
so
parents,
cute.
her parents share
Yeah.
the video with me.
That's good though. They're instilling that music into them, which is good.
Yeah, that's
I just wish they just would push the Sudat and the Arabic to them just the same way along with it, because music is music. But
Well, you have to be musically inclined first of all, right? And then
Yeah.
you have to be able to either sing or play an instrument to get involved in a band.
Absolutely.
So as someone listening to the music, that's fine. Everyone can listen to it. Everyone can be a fan, but not everybody can take the leap and need to figure out how to identify those people that can actually bring a value
The talent.
and talent to the
takes-
to the
That takes effort.
Yeah.
Depends on their personalities, how they want to carry on.
Omar was teaching for a while. My brother, piano lessons, private
Yeah.
piano lessons. He had some good clients that were coming. They were Chaldean, but
Right.
it's a start. Just like your niece,
Yeah,
Chloe.
Chloe.
She's into piano playing,
yeah,
right?
yeah, she
So
can
it's
jam.
like, do you take that and bring that to the next level and push and say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think about?
My other niece plays the guitar.
See what I'm saying
Yep.
too? And that's where he started from. Was your guitars and your piano?
Yeah, the thing is, this is music. I
Right.
agree, but it's not our traditional music.
No, right. This is true. Yeah, yeah. And so our traditional music would be written in notes, right? So the notes are the same. The notes
course.
translate
It's like a
in any
language.
language. It's
Yep.
a language, yeah.
The only universal language on earth
No, is music.
music.
That's
I
amazing.
know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that
the
is
most
crazy.
powerful language on earth.
It is music.
It's music. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll overcome it.
Yeah.
We have to.
Can you
Thank
close us out with a bye, 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 bye,
Bye bye.
Yes.
Let's do it.
We'll do it. And you and I get the wave going.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think of a Surat song.
La, bye, bye.
how do I
Bye,
bye?
bye.
Like we're getting.
Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye boy. Bye 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 bye.
That's the saddest. That's the saddest ending because you know he's about to leave the party and you gotta go home.